The number of Canadian families struggling to put food on the table is surging by leaps and bounds. New data suggests almost 10 million Canadians are worried about running out or already limiting their intake.
Canada is objectively broken. In 2013, this country was ranked 5th in the world for quality of life. A decade later, we plummeted to 33rd.
There is no doubt that the Canadian economy is currently struggling, and this is not something so hard for anyone to notice. I mean, it's not rocket science, and you do not need a university degree for you to notice all this. All you need to do is to look around, look at the citizens' lives and their struggles, and you'll notice that there is a lack of jobs, or rather a scarcity of jobs. Companies are laying off their laborers or their workers. Normal citizens cannot afford groceries. Citizens cannot afford even proper housing. Such kind of problems. And this is totally evident in the daily lives of Canadians.
Canada has become such an expensive place to live, and there are so many people that are now priced out of the market. It's increasingly challenging for people to live near where they work. It's increasingly challenging for people to pay for their groceries on a daily basis. And whether or not we're in a technical recession, it's kind of besides the point. If you anecdotally go around and talk to people, Canada has become so expensive for them to live that many are looking elsewhere. They're looking at different provinces, and in some cases different countries, or maybe they're reconsidering whether they should be coming to this country because expenses are so high.
Yeah.
And that is a serious problem. It's political, but it's really economic, because it's going to make Canada a less competitive place in the world.
Canada just pledged another $4.3 billion to Ukraine. You know what? Fuck that. People here cannot even afford groceries. Food banks are overrun, shelters are packed, and our Canadians are freezing in tents, but our government sitting here playing sugar daddy to the world. Like, are you serious? While Zelensky is in New York having a shopping spree, our Canadians are trying to figure out how to fill up their gas tank and the fridge in the same week. Let me make this very clear. The system does not give a fuck about you. Not the government, not your employer, not your job. No one's coming to save you. So if you're still out here playing it safe, hoping that things would magically get better, you're sleepwalking into disaster.
In this video, we will be looking at the daily struggles of a Canadian citizen, from TikTok rants from Canadians who can't afford proper food or groceries, who can't afford their rent, who can't afford moving around, and so many other problems. And aside from that, we'll also be looking at what may be the probable cause of all this that's going on. And other than that, this video is just meant to tell you, who's not probably affected by all this, to start looking for ways to get out of this whole fix. You may probably start saving up your money, you may look for an extra job, just do anything for you to get out of this fix, because it's something that has been fixed by the system, and the government of the day is saying nothing about it.
You see, not many things piss me off, but when I go to the store and I see deodorant for $20, who are we deodorizing? The Incredible Hulk? Who do you think I am? A total body for who? It's not my body, I'll tell you that. Okay? My body, my choice. Sunscreen for $24 on sale. Is this for astronauts? Are you gonna be up close and personal with the sun? Are you gonna be flying up there saying, hey, how's it going? How you doing? I thought, let me get a bag of chips. Sit back and relax, watch a movie tonight. $5. Wallahi, my night's not worth that much. I wanted to buy garbage bags, $7.99. On sale, by the way, mind you. I should have got a lottery ticket this morning. It's my lucky day. I'll pick up every piece of trash in my house and walk it to the dump one by one. I'll pick up one, walk. Come back, pick up the other, walk. Is there a shortage of Maltesers that I'm not aware of? $11.49? Is it gonna come to life and hug me? Is that what it's gonna do? Because I need a hug right now.
I don't mean any disrespect, but Toronto's for rich people, okay? Toronto has become an exclusive country club for rich people. And if you are not rich, then you're going to find it near to impossible to live, all right? And when I talk about rich, I'm talking about rich. I'm talking about don't have to look at the price tag rich. I'm talking about fill up the tank. I don't care how much gas is rich, all right? If you are someone that works hard and has multiple jobs, you're going to find it impossible to live comfortably in Toronto. And when I say comfortably, I just mean being able to afford rent, utilities, and canned goods to live off of, right? So, yeah, that's all I have to say. And this is coming from someone, I am not rich. I am far from rich. And it's just getting harder and harder and harder to live in this damn city. It's just insane. It's insanity. And it's frustrating. And it's just overall, I don't know.
People in Canada who have been suffering with mental health, they've gone to see their doctor and been told that a good option for them is assisted suicide, and the government will pay for it. Lots of patients have been coming out in the media, they've been given an option of assisted suicide, truly disturbing. They've been told that the system is overwhelmed, and a new program has been created called Medical Assistance in Death, also known as MAID. This has been put in place to help people take their own life under medical supervision. MAID is also being offered to people who are struggling with the cost of living crisis, who have underlying conditions. They are also currently talking about this in Parliament, other countries in Europe and across the world.
This is the first month I won't be able to afford rent. I'm not a rich person. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have basic household necessities, a couch, a bed, washer, a dryer. That's about it. A car. I don't have a lot of lavish things. I don't go on vacations, and I don't spend a lot. Rent's increased from $1,300 to $1,800. The food prices are too high. I've cut back on eating because I literally cannot afford food. I've cut back on my favorite snacks, cat food, treats. I'm exhausted all the time from being overworked and underpaid. You don't catch a break when you grow up poor. I don't need much to be happy. I just want to be able to live comfortable. I just really need to catch a break right now. I'm trying so hard, and I feel like I'm not doing enough. I don't have family. I don't have anything to fall back.
This explains why Canadians have never felt so poor. Canada is the per capita economic growth laggard for the last 10 years. Look at this. 0.5% annualized GDP growth per capita. Look at all the other countries. This is absolutely pathetic. Look at the United States. This is because of our government and their horrific policies around immigration, around our economy, around investing in innovation, around how we treat capital gains and try to bring in and attract business investment. This speaks to all of the failed strategies and plays that this government has deployed. It has been a total disaster, and that is why Canadians have never felt so poor. High taxes, services that are failing us, an economy that is failing us. We've had 8 quarters of negative GDP per capita growth. This government, what they've done is bring in 5 million people over the last 5 or 6 years to boost gross GDP growth, to make it look like we're doing okay, but we are not doing okay. Every single person in Canada has gotten poorer in comparison to every other country here. And considering we are neighbors to the United States, I think this is the biggest missed opportunity in the G20. Our government has totally fumbled the ball, and we need to hold them accountable because this is unacceptable.
This store is the biggest scam in Canada. Nothing in Dollarama is actually $1. I want to show you guys how expensive some of this stuff in the Canadian dollar store actually is. Wooden spoon, $5. Salsa, $4. Paper towels, $4.50. Red Bull, $4. Hairbrush, $4.50. Canada Plate, $3.50. Tide, $4. But at least the milk chocolate toonie is only $1.50.
1 in 3. 1 in 3 families in my city cannot afford enough food to eat. As a matter of fact, it's so bad, our city has declared a state of emergency. And it's not just our city. It's cities all across Canada. This is not a local problem. This is a national problem. It's an epidemic. It's a crisis. And our cities don't know what to do. People have to make the choice between keeping the lights on and putting food in their children's bellies. That's how bad it's gotten. But how can that be when our government has been telling us for 9 years that they've been pulling people out of poverty, they've been putting people in homes, they've been feeding people? Something doesn't make sense. Our Member of Parliament, Mr. Mark Gerritsen, just a few days ago, congratulated Justin Trudeau after he resigned on national television, commending him for the job he's done in helping Canadians, in pulling people out of poverty, and for the legacy he is going to leave behind. But that doesn't quite add up. How can that be when we have cities across Canada declaring states of emergency because of food insecurity? You need to wake up and you need to open your eyes. We need change, and we need change now. And not just on the federal level. We need change on the municipal level, on the provincial level. Who you vote for is very important. Listen to what they have to say. Just because someone tells you they are going to do something, you need to listen to how they're going to do it. You can't just spend money without investment. The two don't add up. When you do that, like we've done, we get put in the position we're in. And I bet we're all regretting that now, aren't we?
I went to the Canadian Superstore today and I spent $30. Guess what I got? A pack of tortillas, a 10-pack, 2 little jars of Alfredo sauce, 1 jar of raspberry jam, and a package that was on sale of fettuccine. $30. How are single income homes affording this? Why is there not more outrage? There's no protein at all. $30. Sorry, $27.90 something. Absolute insanity. And then everyone wants to justify the increase in income tax, property tax. Like, it's becoming absolutely unaffordable. Even the haves don't have anymore. Why work extra hard when everything becomes even more unaffordable? Why is there not as much outrage as there should be? I'm perplexed. How are we okay with this?
I want to know how the hell people in Canada are even living. I generally consider myself a positive person. I'm like resourceful, but some stuff happened around the property and like, well, I know I'll never truly be homeless. Like I have family to live with and, you know, like I have options. Like I'm luckier than a lot of other people, but how the hell is anyone existing in Canada? Like I feel trapped and like I just got a good job. I started in September, but even with that job, it pays less than 40 grand a year. And it's a job that requires like education, and even on that job, like I still can't do shit. I can't buy anything. I can't afford the rent these days. Like I'm just feeling so much despair. And I know I'm normally like really, really positive, but I'm just like, how is everyone else, and are you okay? Because the answer is probably no. And I know I'm lucky. I don't have kids. I have like good family that will support me, but I feel like I can't stay here, but I can't move anywhere else, because anywhere else I move to, I'm gonna be charging like the landlords are just gonna charge me like $2,500 a month in rent. Like, unless I move into the middle of literally nowhere where there are 0 jobs, and I'm just feeling really overwhelmed. And like, I don't know. There's a part of me that just wants to say F it and just get a whole bunch of credit cards and just travel and just like get out of Canada, because like I know it's bad everywhere. I really do. But I don't know. At 33 years old, like I was really hoping that I could at the very least afford, you know, a small house. I don't want 3,100 square feet bullshit. I just want something small, 500 square feet, even less. And yet it's so fucking expensive. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And a new recession warning out this morning, with Deloitte Canada warning the Canadian economy is heading for one this year. CTV's Mason DePatie is tracking this for us from Calgary. Good morning, Mason. Take us through what the report says.
by definition, a recession is 2 straight quarters of negative GDP growth. So that will be Q2 and Q3. However, when we look at the year as a whole, Canada's still on track to post a 1.2% GDP growth. Now, that's driven by a good start to early this year, as well as a potential rebound later this year. All of the provinces are also set for positive GDP growth, with Alberta being the highest at 1.7%. When we turn to the job front, though, things certainly slow. Employment growth is set to dip to just 1%, and the unemployment rate to rise to 7%, thanks to an increase in job losses. It isn't all doom and gloom, though. The inflation rate set to hold around the Bank of Canada's targeted 2%. There's also potentially an opportunity for Canadian industries as U.S. and Chinese firms struggle with rising costs amid these tariffs that could allow Canadian companies to step in and grow their exports. But of course, Renee, this is really just a snapshot at this moment. And when it comes to trade policy at the moment, things are very uncertain and change.
I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm sitting outside work, crying my eyes out in my vehicle because I can't function anymore. Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't function. I can't pay my bills. I can't even literally keep gas in my car to get to work 3 days a week because I can't afford it. Like, I get paid and it goes to car, mortgage, a couple little bills, and then maybe $80 in food for the week. And I literally only buy groceries when my daughter's home now. On the weeks that she goes with her dad, which is Monday to Monday, what I've started doing is I buy a loaf of rye bread, and I work really hard to keep that one loaf of rye bread lasting me the whole week, and I eat peanut butter. So I'll eat peanut butter toast whenever I'm hungry. And it's been fine. It's been working just fine. I'm good with that. That's fine. But last week, I guess I was a little extra hungry a couple days, so I had toast in the morning and toast in the evening, which that's not in my budget. So I ran out of bread on like the Thursday or even the Friday, I don't know. Either way, at 47, I had to see if my mother could buy me a loaf of bread so that I could eat for the weekend before my daughter got home. Because if there's any food in the house, I'm not fucking eating one bit of it. I'm saving everything I can for her. Because then she gets home and she's not surviving off fucking toast. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't understand why things are so hard right now. I apparently make too much money to receive any financial benefits or help of any kind. I don't get GST. I don't get like the grocery benefit for single parents, even though I'm a single parent, but I apparently make too much money. I can't reach out to certain resources or any resources because I make too much money. You're gonna die when I tell you what I pay for a mortgage right now. $400 every 2 weeks. And I'm dying. I have to renew my mortgage for February. And I already know that my mortgage will be less, but my payments are going to be probably $400 more a month. I don't know how to budget that in. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to sell stuff on Marketplace. I'm trying to find stuff for a yard sale. You know, I feel like I take 1 step forward and 8 steps back. Like, I get pushed back 8 steps. Not that I take 1 step back. I'm just being forced to go back. My crawl space in my house right now literally has like 8 inches of water in it. And it has for months. And it's like filled with mold. And so all I've been doing for the last few days is going online trying to figure out how I could get a septic pump. And then if I can actually sell enough stuff to afford one, then I have to learn how to install it. What? I literally have to learn how to install it. Because I don't have any help. I don't have anybody.